Hey guys, I just wanted to take a few minutes to shoot a quick video just to say I love you both, I appreciate you both, and I also wanted to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of your family. It seems like only yesterday that we met for the first time, and now that's been, well, over 20 years ago. Thank you for all the memories that we've shared in the past. We've had some great times. I can't wait to see what the future holds. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, Mom and Daddy. I want to thank you for everything that you've done for me growing up and even as an adult. You instilled in me values that make me the person and the parent that I am today, and I'm grateful for that. Even though growing up, I might not have thought it in the moment always. And I wanted to say what a great time that I had spending with you guys on Thanksgiving this year. I think it's been a long time since I've gotten to be with you on Thanksgiving, and it was especially a great holiday because we spent time together like we had never done before, cooking in the kitchen and just having time together. So I want to say I love you, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Bye.
Hi, Memaw and Pawpaw. I love you. I'm so thankful for the both of you and all of the memories that we have.
What's your favorite memory with your Memaw?
One stands out that I'm sure everybody's heard of, but it was during hurricanes. I don't remember what year, but we were all living in Kenansville, and me and Greg and Justin were on the roof replacing the roof for the house that we were living in, and I don't know what happened, but Memaw asked a question that I thought that was maybe a little silly question to ask, so I made it known to her that I thought it was silly, and being a stupid little teenager boy, and she just looked up to me. She said, "Well, I wasn't talking to you," and she flipped me off. Me and Greg and Justin about fell off the roof that day.
So what's your favorite memory with your Pawpaw?
There's not really any memories in particular, just kind of like life experiences and life lessons, kind of.
Get out of this.
Teaching me how to work with my hands and build stuff, and we built a lot of the houseboat together, the bunk beds, and just time well spent.
Yeah, that's sweet.
What about you? What's your favorite, or was probably a memory with Memaw?
With Memaw, there's two that I couldn't decide, really. The first one is really corny, but my first memory of your Memaw is whenever we were at your mom's house for that first Christmas that I came, and she was out there fishing in the retention pond. And there was like a moment where we had walked outside and everyone was all around the pond and everyone was running around, hanging out. She's sitting there fishing. And it was like a moment where I looked around at everyone and I was like, I just felt at home. And for some reason, like, she was prominent in that memory. I looked at her and I was like, she made this family and I feel right at home in it. And so that's really special for me to remember about her. And then Pawpaw, he cracks me up all the time. I think my funniest thing with Pawpaw is whenever, well, first of all, he's always picking on me. But whenever he was picking on Kaylee when he was so little, she was still in the walker. And he was just looking at her and she was dying laughing, cracking up. Has never done that before with anyone. But she was having a ball, and that is so fond. And I love it. So sweet.
love you.
What's your favorite memory with Memaw and Pawpaw?
Play.
Playing with them? What'd you play?
Toys.
With toys? Which toys did you play with her? What'd y'all do?
Baby sweet.
That's so sweet. You played with her toys?
You play with my toys.
You played with your toys with her? You love your Memaw and Pawpaw? Tell them.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you.
What about you, sister?
Well, I guess since I'm the oldest and I've been with them the longest, I should have the most memories. So it's hard to eliminate them into a short time period. But some of the best things I can remember is maybe the oldest memory is when I had Christmas one year and I had the mumps. I was a little girl, probably about 5, and Mom and Daddy made sure that they put my swing set up that I was getting for Christmas and inside the house just so that I could be in there and enjoy my Christmas, which, you know, when you're 5, that's a big thing. And then as a teenager, I guess I remember Mama chaperoning the dances and always being there to create a little bit of fun, going out Halloween, trick-or-treating and teaching the kids what they used to do when she was a little girl and how they would take the gates off the people's houses or things like that. I remember, of course, you know, Daddy's always been there to make things for us, a birdhouse or a table or whatever we needed. If you asked nicely, most of the time you got it, and he always made time for that. That's a lot of things that other kids can't say about their parents. I remember, probably a good one was our Mom and Daddy's 5th anniversary cruise when we were all together, and it was also Winky and Mark's anniversary, and we went to the Bahamas, and just everybody had a good time. Everybody was, you know, Brandy was there with Bo, and Joel was there. This was before Donna, and Sandy was there. Anyway, it was a great long weekend for us, and we were all together, and that's a big memory of mine. One of the smaller ones, or not smaller, but less important, was when we hauled red Georgia clay all the way to Florida because Daddy wanted it for his birthday to put in his yard. And then Mama going to Canada with us. We were gone 35 days with Sandy and Mama on our way to Alaska, but we only got to Canada. But, you know, that was an important time to be able to spend that much family time together. And basically, the best memory is that they've always, both of them, Mama especially, was always influencing us and saying how important family is and how important, you know, loving each other as a family. So that's probably the best memories of all. So hope you enjoy this. Merry Christmas to everybody, and Merry Christmas, Mom and Daddy.
Okay, Sophia said we needed to do a video to talk about some things about Memaw and Pawpaw and what we remember from them. So there's a lot with Mason because he's always called Memaw all the time. From the time he could read a book, he would call her and read his AR books to her over the phone. And he also liked to tattle on his daddy and Uncle Joel for anything they did.
Anything and everything.
That they did, and Memaw took care of his lightweight for him.
Yeah.
So what was some of the things that you called Memaw and tattled on about them?
Look
at the video, Mason.
I know one day me and my dad and Mom were all playing Uno, and caught him cheating, and first thing I did was called Memaw and said, "Hey, Memaw,
Yeah.
your grandson's cheating on Uno."
Yeah, I think you were 5.
It was too young.
Yeah.
But-
Mason was standing on the bed, all indignant and upset. Bo couldn't breathe. He was laughing so hard because the 5-year-old caught him cheating at Uno. And Mason was just really loud on the phone with his Memaw. I remember us laughing, and I was in shock. Like, why did you just cheat your own son at Uno? And Mason's demanding my phone to call his Memaw and tell on his daddy. And I think that got him met with a belt at the door one time.
Yep.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
The spatula.
Was it the spatula or belt?
I know he got his
We
butt
were there one day, and when Bo came in, Memaw met us at the door with a belt or something and proceeded to whip Bo. And I was like, what was that for? Because it'd been a while. And she said, I told that baby I was going to whip him, and I meant what I said. But I have a really funny one, too.
Oh, gosh.
That one night we were playing, well, we were eating supper, and we were watching Family Feud with Steve Harvey. And
Cover your ears, child.
the question was, where does a nudist keep their car keys? And Mason started saying pockets and stuff because he didn't know what a nudist was, and me and Bo were laughing. And Bo was like, in your cleavage. And so the next guy said, yeah, cleavage. And Mason's like, what's cleavage? And Bo started laughing and said, ask your Memaw. So I got Memaw on speakerphone. He was probably about 7. And
Younger than that.
I think you're about 6 or 7. And I will never forget it. He said, Memaw. She said, what is it, baby? Mason said, when you were a nudist, did you keep your keys in your cleavage? Me and Bo are dying. Just dying. And I was like, Memaw, he meant cleavage. And he's like, yeah, cleavage. And Memaw's response was, well, I used to, back when I wore a bra. And that sent me and Bo even further into hysterics. You couldn't ever tell about Memaw.
Yeah.
You couldn't ever tell about him. What about Pawpaw, Mason? What about some memories about Pawpaw?
I know every time we went on the houseboat, hold on, let me think. I'm trying to think of it all. There was something funny that happened on the houseboat, but I can't really get it. I don't know, but I remember the houseboat. That was one of the funnest times that I can remember.
Going on the houseboat with Pawpaw?
Yeah, because we
You helped
never
build
did
it,
anything
too.
like that.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah, because
first-time
me,
experience.
Alex, everybody worked on that. And it just felt so good the first time I actually seen it work good
Yeah.
and have fun on it.
Yeah, I think all the guys,
Oh, yeah.
all the guys helped with that.
Everybody put a hand in it. Even the girls too.
Not
Some
as much,
did.
not
I know
as much
Emily
as
did a
y'all.
little bit.
Not as much as y'all did.
Yeah.
But Pawpaw was always famous at poker.
Yeah.
That he would always forget what we were playing, and then he's like, "Oh, well, I'm in," and then he would spank everybody. And I kind of caught on to that when Pawpaw would say, "What are we playing?" He knew it was playing. He was trying to fool you into going in with him so he could take your money. That was what Pawpaw was doing.
Signature move.
Signature, wasn't it? It was all Pawpaw. Yep.
So one thing I heard every 5 minutes was, "Oh, what are we playing again? Oh, dang."
Oh, you know what Pawpaw said when I was in labor with you?
What?
It took forever for you to come. And before, I was eating everything wasn't nailed down. Because, I could do that when I was pregnant with you. And I heard that Pawpaw said in the waiting room, put a plate of food in front of her and tell her she can't have it until she has that baby and she'll hurry up. Thanks, Pawpaw.
I know one thing we used to do all the time is every time we'd get there or leave, me and we'll always have like a little competition. We'd just shake hands and try to squeeze each other as much as we could. And,
Oh, yeah.
And I would always just get my hand just squashed.
I remember one time you were little, like his age. Yeah. Hey, Clay. Oh, you got a sucker. Yeah, like Clay's age, and you were sitting in Pawpaw's lap in the same house, in the same chair. All the furniture's the same. And me and Memaw was sitting there, and you went to screaming. Well, you had been sitting in Pawpaw's lap, and Pawpaw put a dip in his mouth, and some of the dip fell out of his hand into your eye.
Oh, whoa.
And Memaw had to help me hold you down in the floor to get it out.
I know one thing I really like is every time we go down there, we always work, of course, but I really like doing that because everybody's in it. It's like a family thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because work's just going, job and all that. This is spending time with family, doing stuff with family, and just having good times, which I really like. Because I remember every single time I went down there and worked, because we made really good memories just sitting there working.
Lots of memories of Memaw and Pawpaw.
Yeah. Just sitting there working. It was some of the best memories I can remember.
Well, we're getting long-winded on this video. I don't know if it might be the longest one, but we have a lot of memories and fun times with Memaw and Pawpaw. We really love you guys. And I really wanted Mason to be around y'all as much as possible. And as you see, he has enjoyed every bit of it.
I'm ready to come down some more. Now I got my freedom to. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. He keeps saying he's going to drive his truck down. We'll see.
I'll figure out a way.
Yeah. All right. Well, we love you guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing you this weekend.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Hi guys, how are y'all doing?
Good.
Okay, can y'all tell me something special about what you did at Memaw and Pawpaw's?
I decorated a red cat and Memaw watched me.
She did. Did she like what you were doing?
Yes, ma'am.
She did. Clay, can you tell me something special you did at Memaw's?
Paint.
You painted? You did. Did you have a good time at Memaw and Pawpaw's? You did. Was Pawpaw? Tell me about Pawpaw.
Good.
Do you have fun when you go to Memaw and Pawpaw's?
Yep, did.
You do.
Daddy.
Your daddy goes to Pawpaw's too. Skylar, who goes to Memaw and Pawpaw's with you?
My mama.
No, your mama doesn't go to Memaw. You know what? Your mama has been to Memaw's before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, do you love Memaw and Pawpaw?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you love Memaw and Pawpaw, Clay?
Yeah.
What? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Scoot over so I can see Big Daddy. Okay, Big Daddy, tell us a special memory or a funny memory of Memaw and Pawpaw.
A special memory from Memaw and Pawpaw. There's a bunch of them. I'll name a couple. The funniest one is probably when Memaw fell out of the chair when we were playing cards because she couldn't lose. That was probably my favorite one.
She had a little bit to drink,
She
didn't
had
she?
one too many beers, but she couldn't lose in poker, and she got laughing so hard. And she fell right out of the chair, and we had to pick her up. And we all raked our money up and left because she was taking it all. And Pawpaw's funny one was when Austin told him he was half crazy, and Pawpaw said he didn't do anything halfway.
Forgot about that.
That was a funny video. And really the funny one to me also was when Memaw decided she wanted to get her a divorce from Pawpaw because he wouldn't let her catch any fish. He had to get roses and all that stuff just so he could get back in the house because she was mad at him. All right, dog. Your turn.
I think one of the special memories of Pawpaw is a couple of times we stayed up late and we watched a Michael Bolton concert and we watched a Celtic women concert, Celtic women concert, I think it is what it was. We just really enjoyed sitting there listening to the music. It was pretty quiet. And for Memaw, there are always a lot of Memaw, just her being funny and always enjoying her coming up. And I remember the first time that I met them, Joel had to sleep in the camper with Pawpaw, of course, and I slept in the apartment with Memaw. And we stayed up and the lights were off and we just talked for a really long time. So it was just something special. So,
And don't forget about the Obama president.
yeah, when we were playing Pictionary.
Yeah, what was Obama?
I'm going to let Memaw see if she remembers that one. We love y'all.
Love y'all.
One of
more fondest memories from Memaw and Pawpaw was whenever we were at their house and we were all playing the catchphrase game. And whoever was Memaw's partner had it said president. And she goes, "What is Barack Obama?" And Memaw says,
"Oh, you know, that nigger. Yeah, that nigger. Thank you, that's all.
One of his favorite memories from Pawpaw was whenever how he always eats before we get to say the blessed.
I approve this message.
One memory I remember growing up is it was spring break and the boys had to come and put the cow manure everywhere, and I didn't have to do it because I was a girl and I was the baby. I remember one Christmas when we were in Florida at the house on the bluff, and Memaw and them had got a picture of their house painted for Christmas that year, and they had hung it on the wall, and Memaw about had a heart attack when she saw it hanging on the wall. She loved it so much.